Hey there, Art Supply fans. Got an early morning, at least for me, early Sunday morning. Art Supply unboxing for you. Put another order into Blick. This is mostly for paper. So that's what took off a lot of the order. I think it cost me around $200. Around 20 of that was tax and shipping. So that's how much art supplies cost these days. Got a little book with the prices in it just so I can tell you how much each thing's cost. Let's see, what did I get here? I got some Speedball Super Black ink. You know what? I'm not even sure if this is... Usually ink says waterproof or not on it. This doesn't say any... I remember Super Black. I haven't seen Super Black in a long time, actually. I don't know if they stopped making it and then just started making it again or what. But what did this cost me? $11. So... not too expensive. But there's waterproof ink and there's non-waterproof ink. Most like comics and stuff are always drawn in and waterproof ink, which just means once it dries, if water spills on it, it doesn't smear. And I almost always buy waterproof ink, which makes me wonder why this one doesn't say waterproof ink on it. Well, when you use non-waterproof ink, one of the problems, usually you won't notice unless it's like, I accidentally, when I was young, early 90s, bought some non-waterproof ink. And I was like, I was young and couldn't afford to throw the bottle away and get waterproof ink. It was like, a $15, $20 bottle, whatever it was. But what would happen was, especially in the summertime, the sweat of my hand, if I had it on the paper, would pick up the ink, and I'd make little like ink prints of my bottom of my hand on the piece, and I'd be like, oh, I had to start putting my hand on a piece of paper or something. But there we go. We got some Speedball Super Black. Whether that's waterproof or not, I don't know. I'll have to find out. I just bought it to try it out. Because I haven't seen this particular type and brand in a while. Sometimes they stop making this ink, but like my favorite ink was always T100 ink, but they stopped making that. But I said, I haven't seen that in a while. Let's try some. Then we got one tube of acrylic paint in this bottle, which is a Liquitex Titanium White. Should open that to make sure. There we go. Titanium White Liquitex, heavy body acrylic. That means it's a really thick paint. There's extra body to it. It's extra thick compared to regular paint. How much did this cost me? $14 for this tube. So, more expensive than black ink. This paint. We got that. Got a new roll of white artist tape. Here's my old roll that's just about done. And this I just use for masking stuff out, for taping stuff down. It's just a general artist tape that isn't quite as sticky as masking tape, so it doesn't tear paper and stuff like that. If you're careful, you actually can tear paper with it if you're not careful, but generally you don't. And how much does this roll cost? $10 for this roll of tape. So not cheap tape, that's for sure. Whoops, dropped that one. What else did we get here? Ooh, I got this mixed media visual journal. I got this to replace, because I often buy sketchbooks and just have them lying around. I probably, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sketchbooks. I can see at a glance up there of different sizes and different papers or something. But this past summer, I needed textures. I wanted to make ink textures and scan them in and use them digitally. And I needed 3 or 4 textures, so of course I filled up a book with textures. And I actually grabbed this, the one I had lying around, this Strathmore mix, and I grabbed it because it's mixed media, which means it's meant for wet media, which like ink. So it's extra thick paper. What is this? A 90-pound paper, which is thick for a sketchbook. And I did all of these textures in there that I then scanned in and used a couple. So these are all made with ink, ink on paper. But No, this paper doesn't buckle at all from all that ink on it. Matter of fact, I did all the front sides of it, like only the right side I worked on, and then I finished the whole book up. And I was like, you know what? This paper's so good, I can work on the left side too. So then I went back and did all the left side ones, and it's still paper didn't buckle at all from all that ink. Still nice and flat. So I said, you know what? I may as well replace, put this one back up there in case I need it for something. And let's see, how much did this one cost? $11 for this sketchbook. So once again, and it's, how many pages is it? It's like 36 pages or something. Does it tell us? Because I think 34 sheets. So yeah, so I did 68 different textures in there in ink. But like I said, I just wanted it to have another one. Like it worked so well for these ink textures that I'm like, let's have another one lying around in case I figure out something to do with it. Let's put these over here. Let's see, what else do we got here? These were on sale, so I figured I'd try them out. Prismacolor Premier. These are little brush pens. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's open one up. I haven't even really... Like I said, some things are on sale, and I got a couple things on clearance. This was on sale. And I just love to try out markers and supplies and everything. There we go. It's a little brush. So we'll give that a try just for the heck of it. Like these were, how much was the markers? Marker set, $12. $12 for 8 pens is a decent price. So we'll try that out. I had to throw stuff in too, just because I didn't want just paper. That gets boring. What do we have here? Oh, these are. I'd never seen these before. Who mentioned these to me? Darren. If you see our Friday night show, sometimes Darren Kane shows up and does the show with us. These are, most pencils have different hardnesses to them. And there's the H scale is the hard, like a 6H is the hardest pencil. Then it goes down 4H, 2H, H, and they get softer as you go down. And then it comes into the B's, HB, and then there's B2, and on the B scale it gets soft. So the H scale is hard. H for hard, I guess. And it goes down into the B's, and the B is soft. And like I almost always use a 4B or a 6B pencil. And those are always the softest pencil. But Darren was like, you haven't tried the 14Bs? And I'm like, what? 14B? I've never heard of that. So here are some, one's poking out. Faber-Castell 14B pencils. And they're supposedly really, and they're like a matte black. So I don't know what these are going to be like, but I look forward to using them. And these I bought 4 of them just for the heck of it. They were $3 a piece. So $12 for those 4 pencils. And here is some Copic ink refills, which is interesting. Copic has been changing their names. They're like removing all human sort of reference from their names. Like I just noticed this one I got here, E15, which I have as dark suntan, is now named earthenware. And they've done that with a lot. Anything that refers to any kind of human being flesh, they've removed whatever name. Like they used to have one called Africano, which was a sort of dark brown, like I guess it referred to flesh of African people, but that got changed to chocolate something or whatever. But it was like and there was a baby skin pink got renamed soft sun. So it's like I guess they're taking all human references out of their flesh tones. But yeah, this must be one of the latest ones they did, earthenware, dark, because this is the first time I'm buying it as earthenware and not dark suntan E15. And I've got some V95 light grape, and I got these just because, like I said, these are refills. And back here, whoops, gotta be careful, that's some wet paint over there. Back here are all my old refills, which when they were in the larger size. So once one of these gets down to like maybe 1 or 2 refills left, I buy some new ones, because I do not want to get caught with no ink to refill my pens. So I rebuy them when there's low ink. and those are let's see, how much were those refills? $5.50 a piece, which is, it used to be $5.50 for twice the amount of ink, but now it's still, that'll refill a marker 5 times. So it's like $1 a refill, rather than spending $6-7 on a new marker. You can refill it for $1. Let's see, we got the Masters. This is the soap I use for cleaning my brushes and my hands. It's helps condition hands, art and craft soap. And it's just soap that's been made to deal with oil, kind of. And it's kind of rough soap too, but I just like to have a bar of this around, and my bar is getting low, so I figured I'd get a new one. And let's see, what do we have here? Oh, this I bought because I found them in the clearance. These are design marker wallets. Let's see, I've got one up here, similar. I've been starting to keep my, this is a Copic one that I bought years ago, and I'm starting to keep these are, I have the old size refills in Kleenex boxes. Hold on, let me show you this. Oof, I'm bumping into that again. Here are the old style refills, which this is just a Kleenex box where I put some pieces of paper in there. So I've got, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 of these filled with refills. That's how many refills I have. But the new ones are smaller and made to fit in the Copic wallet, which is where you can carry your markers in one of these. As you can see here, it's just... But I can't remember how much these Copic wallets are, but they're not cheap. They're anywhere, I can't even remember how much, 15 to 25 bucks or something like that. I can't remember what they are, but they're not particularly cheap. But these Utrecht design marker wallets, which are the same thing, were in clearance for $4 a piece. I think they originally retailed for $10 a piece, but I saw them because the Blick website has a clearance section, so I always check to see what's in the clearance section. Usually it's nothing I'm interested in, but I'm like, you know what, I'll buy a couple of those wallets just for when I, replace, eventually all of those run out, I'll have them for the refills. I think, what does it fit? Up to 24 markers in these ones. I think this one might even be more than 24. Might be, but it's even got a zipper on the back, so it's fancy. But like I said, I just bought these for the heck of it. They're $4 a piece. I may as well give them a try. You stick this back there. All right, what else do we got? No, it looks like we're down to the paper. And here is, this is the heavy stuff. Canson. I got this brand, which I've tried. I've tried different brand. This is Bristol, and this is the 6x9 size, which I usually cut in half and draw. This is the 9x12 size that I usually cut in half and draw on 6x9. Oh, sometimes I draw on 9x12 too, but 6x9 is one of my standard sizes. And I got this because I tried out a little of it last time, and it seemed pretty good. This is the smooth Bristol. Bristol is what they usually draw comics on, is that paper. And this was, like I say, this was 9x12, $8 a pad. I bought 5 of them. But there's 25 sheets. Yeah, there's 25 sheets in this. Like the Blick brand, which I've bought before too, for around the same price, has 20 sheets in it. And the Strathmore brand, which I've bought many times over the year, is down to 15 sheets. in one of these. It used to be 20 years ago, I think. So it's like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get the one with the most sheets. So that's what I did. They're all kind of around the same price for 15, 20, or 25 sheets. I'm like, I'm going for 25 sheets because I tested it out earlier in the year and thought the paper was fine. So I'd get some Canson. We got five of that, and then we got 3. Oof. Oh, this is 11 by 17. I didn't even realize it wasn't 14 by 17. Usually I buy 14 by 17 pads and cut it down to 11 by 17. These ones are actually 11 by 17. Somehow I missed that as I was buying them. That's interesting. But they're making 11 by 17 pads now? That's strange. But anyway, this is usually the size I use for my Dreams of Things cut. This is the size of comic book paper, kind of. So I also better measure this because sometimes they give you less than that actual 11 by 17. Let's make sure this is actual 11 by 17. 11? Actual 11? It looks like actual 17, too. All right, it's actual 11 by 17 because I bought 11 by 17 pads that were like 16 and 3/4 by 10 and 7/8, and I'm like, hey, that ain't right. So it looks like I got some actual 11 by 17 pads. But that also means what I usually do when I cut the 14 by 17 down is I use that extra 3 inches to make art cards out of. So, but I've got plenty of these to go around right now. So, but I'm going to have to remember that next time. I might actually not buy any 11 by 17 pads because I want these art card size ones too. I use them a lot. Sort of my leftover scrap. Oop, I got too close to them. So how much were those? Those 11 by 17s were $15 a piece for 3 of them. So there you go. There's our art supply haul for the day. I'm working on the sleeves. There we go. I'm working on that sleeve today. Working on decorating the sleeves of my coat. I don't know why I got it in my head to decorate the sleeves. Two different ways too. There's this one's spirals, this one's stripes, and it's almost looking watermelon-y with this with those 2 color greens. All right. Some art supplies for you today. Hope you enjoyed looking at them, and you guys have a good week out there.